Thank you. And then we'll have Fabulous Magazine.
Phatabulous.
Hello, it's
Phatabulous.
Phatabulous. Yep,
Phatabulous.
Phatabulous. No, it's
Fat
fine.
P-H-A-T, I see it.
Yes,
Fabulous. Okay, we got it.
Hello, hello. Hello, everyone in their respective places. Thank you for having us. So, Mr. Anthony Velez, it is so nice to meet you. And I just want to get straight to it. So I'm Ann. So I want to understand, or from Thought Monster Malcolm to Mr. Anthony Bless. I absolutely love it. But I guess my question is, at what point did the love for music and the love for acting collide? Because from what I understand, you said, I told you I was gonna get it, or I told you I would get it. I was acting ruthless. And that floored me. I was like, what? Oh my God. So yes, I want to know. I'm very interested.
Man, I appreciate the quote. As a writer, like for somebody to like really pay attention, because I put a lot of effort and passion into it.
The play on words.
So thank you. Yes. So
it was
thank
the play on words. Yes.
Yeah. that means a lot. And your question was what led me into the acting? What was it exactly?
How did the two collide? The love for music and then the love for acting. How did the two collide?
Music existed. Then I remember committing to a 4-year theater conservatory called Prometeo Theater in Miami. That was going on, and I'm listening. And I never, when I started acting, I couldn't stop music. I remember we were preparing for a theater play, and it was like 4 months of like 6 days a week. You have no time off. You're rehearsing 14 hours a day. And the only day off that I had was a music performance that was coming up on July 4th. That was still going. I can't. There's a part of me as a writer, as a person that has to express, the same way that I have to like express myself in martial arts. There's a part of me that I can't not express myself as a music artist. And now as the days go by, I notice maybe more, I feel like acting is like, hey, I'm catching up, because music, it was so much time. Like when I was in college, it would be like being at the university, getting out at 2:30, going to a full-time job from 3 to 10, getting out at 10, being at the studio at 10:45, being at that studio from 10:45 to 3 in the morning, going back home. My mom would leave me a piece of chicken cooked in the kitchen or something like that. I would eat that, go to sleep 3 hours, wake up, rinse, wash, repeat. And so the work ethic got built really quickly. And like once the acting started coming on, then I couldn't stop one or the other. I think sometimes there's seasons where like I'll get 3, 4, 5 auditions in a week, and like there's a lot more acting going on that week than music, but they're always both there, and they feed me so differently. And I think the music allows me to tap into more like the New York release, whereas as an actor, like obviously like being adaptable, like I've learned to tap into a little more standard English. I've learned how to create a multitude of characters, whereas like one day I might have 2 auditions. This guy might be the ruthless killer, and then an hour later I gotta be the CEO that is so well spoken and holding his fork and knife the right way and says no to drinking, you know, like so it's just become a fun balance in which one exists more than the other. A lot of times right after I finish shooting like a season of Ruthless, I turn my phone off and I'll disappear. I'll take a quick trip. Last time it was Costa Rica. And all I bring is a journal and sometimes a notebook where I'm writing music notes, and like the acting and the auditions stop for a while, and it's just all music, all thoughts, all just me tapping back into my mind state in the fullness of that I am, and bringing with me the experiences that have come from the acting. They elevate each other now, because the acting part has elevated even me being on stage, and the music part has elevated the acting, because music is so performance based that you're ready to be called into action. Same thing with sports, same thing with martial arts. Like you can't hesitate when punches and kicks are coming at you, you got to react, and you got to react bold and courageously, and you got to be able to like, okay, this punch is coming here, I'm trapping this hand, oh, that foot's coming, so I'm stepping back, boom, I'm throwing a side kick, now what's happening? And you're just like this evolution keeps on going. And that's kind of what happens between music and acting now. They kind of just continue playing off each other and forming like these little storms together.
Okay. So from listening to everyone else's questions and you answering, I kind of got my second question answered, but that led me to something else. So from 13 years ago with music, Respect Comes First as a title, to 3 months ago, Take You Back, which I know Take You Back is more of a love song, but just from the wordplay alone, it was almost like you were speaking to self in a sense. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, and thank you. I do bring real life situations with situations that I know from talking with friends, with the conscious experience of like what I know is happening like for other people in relationships, in situationships, in hardships and whatnot. Man, thank you for that memory. The Respect Comes First. That was a very young, like, you need to see me. People are trying to put me down hard. I remember that time in my life, there was I was winning competitions, and then people would be hiding behind cars waiting to jump me because they didn't think that I was supposed to be the one that won the competition, or like I was the only light-skinned cat that was in this arena that won. So like, man, they were coming for me. And the thing is that like the joke was always like, oh, this pretty boy or whatever. But like, man, my hands were ugly. So like they actually built up my fan base quicker than I could have, because when the word got around that like, oh, these 3 gangsters came to go jump him and he won the fight, like that was bringing people to my shows more than I could have ever with my own promotion. Yeah, it was wild time. Wild time.
Well,
Apaga el agua, por favor.
well, I love it. And again, it was so nice speaking with you. And I thank you guys again for the opportunity. And yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you so much,
Appreciate y'all.